Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Today and then 4:45 p.m. of course on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about following through, bringing ideas to fruition, following that intuition to the end goal and seeing the actual overall end goal manifest. That's one of the most challenging things for most entrepreneurs because we are people of ideas, and at times we don't always bring the ideas to fruition. And that's also, of course, an issue that many people have in their daily personal lives as well, including myself sometimes. So we're having a powerful show today. If you're new to the show, this is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being more productive through joy. Have me come out and speak to your group at productivethroughjoy.com. So, a few words about myself in case you are new. I'm Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Racing Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people call my people, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered. What else? I am the director, the president of the board of directors at the World Stage, a literary and jazz 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles in the Crenshaw district. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I am an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised by my level of productivity given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a wonderful single divorcee, yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, it's cool. Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many people who are watching this show. That in many ways inspires our show, inspires our business. We like to especially work with individuals who have been through some things, because when people like us can have success against extraordinary odds. I think about LeBron James, all these LeBron James haters. LeBron James, I'm sure you know by now, is coming to LA. He's in LA, and is joining my team, the Lakers, and just the numerous numbers of LeBron James's haters over the years. When this guy has come through such a difficult situation, really difficult beginnings with a teenage mom and poverty, and let me tell you, in certain environments, it's so easy to just accidentally or on purpose get caught up in the drama of poverty. It just is. I mean, things that happen, it's very challenging. And for LeBron James to be LeBron James where he's from, I mean, it's extraordinary. He's an absolute hero and inspiration to many, including me. So, LeBron James haters, stop it. But I digress. Don't let me get too deep. All right, so back on the topic. So we're talking again about what we do, and we like to especially work with people like LeBron James, who've also come from difficulty, because we're also looking to listen to inspire people. Inspiration, we think, is a underutilized technology in the world. Inspiration, which has its root in inspire, which is breath. We're looking to help people breathe life into their own selves, and that's what we are excited about doing, along with helping them make money, because money is a part of that. But just money's only a part of it. We speak about abundance, or about, I also call it whole wealth. Just having a wealth in terms of relationships, family, friends. Money gives you many, many options to do that, and to do it under less pressure. Because when your mind is stuck in survival mode, it's really hard to do your best work. Although for some people that's a great help in a weird way, but for most people, you just want to medicate after it wears you down. It's difficult, you know. If your mind is free enough where you can when you can literally be your full ideation, be in full ideation to get your ideas percolating and bring those ideas to manifestation. That's when life can get sweet. So we're talking today just about that, about following through. Um, I know for me, sometimes I have these great ideas, and listen, oftentimes I bring them to fruition, but too many times I think I do not. I leave too much on the table, so to speak. So in my own life, I'm working on on increasing my percentage of bringing ideas to fruition, the ideas on the table. So, and you know, not to be too harsh on myself, but I have lots of things going on, obviously. But as you can tell from my brief bio, but I want to increase my percentage of bringing more ideas to fruition. So that's why we're talking about this today. Because as I go, we go. You know, I'm still in this game as well, trying to get better, trying to evolve, and trying to be more productive and do it through joy. So, all right. In the morning show, let me just dive right into the topic. So, because our time is rolling by. So let's just dive in. The point one is that, listen, ideas are the currency of life. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a parent, you know, getting ideas that you can place into fruition, it's amazing. You know, it's really special, and that's the power. Because the chair I'm sitting on, the desk I'm sitting on, my home here, this computer in front of me, this phone, all these things around me were first an ideal in someone's mind. Literally everything around us began as an idea. I'm just getting some notes on idea in someone's mind. I mean, that's powerful. And so your ideas are your currency. So just embracing that idea is step one. Step two then is just determining which idea or ideas can you run with that best suit your own type of plan for your life, your own particular lane. What, as the book Cash in the Flash talks about, what is your inner wow, the thing that really gets you excited. For me, it's writing. For me, it's helping people. I mean, I'm not sure why I like to do that, but I like to help people help themselves. I know the key is helping people do the work themselves, but people need assistance. I know I need assistance. I go to workshops, take trainings, do all this stuff, talk to people, get advice all the time, you know, because I need help. I'm looking to do big things, right? I'm seeking to be great, right? And to be great, I find is pretty challenging, and I need help on my journey towards greatness. So I get lots of help. So I know what it's like to get help that I can really. So I'm reading this book now. Here's a good example. Practically reading a book called Cash in the Flash, which is a book about entrepreneurs and spirituality. This book is so inspirational. I mean, it's really what I need right now, right? It talks a lot about combining, really being in the whole wealth, being productive, being an entrepreneur who does good on the planet. Too often people think of the 1% as all bad. And certainly there are some bad actors out there, that's for sure. But let me tell you, being rich does not make you a bad person. Being rich allows you to have access to resources where you can help people help themselves. And it feels great to see people you love and you care about get the help they need. You know, it's pretty lonely at the top. You know, you don't want to be the only one balling. You want to have co-ballers. Seriously, that's important, man. Because it's just more fun to share the wealth, literally. So I'm a little emotional right now. So, and that's point two. You want to choose your lane, and then you want to, because that lane that gives you the inner wow, that gets you excited, that gives you enthusiasm. You know, teaching. I'm a professor, so I love to teach. You know, because I recall when I was 18 to 22, 23, and in grad school, you know, afterwards, just how inspired I was by some of my professors, and how I really appreciated them and what they provided for me. So I want to give, and that's what I do. That's always my goal is to give my students what my professors gave me, is to give them a transformative experience, because my professors they helped to transform my life. I mean, wow. I think about Barbara Christian and June Jordan, my mentors at Berkeley. I mean, who are now both deceased, who've shaken off the mortal coil, as Michael Beckett says, who are in life after life. But I'm so grateful for them that I want to return that to students. So I'm just kind of going off today. Don't mind me. Just reflecting. And so that's my inner wow, the thing that gets me excited, where I go, ooh, wow, right? It's teaching. So the thing is, you want to figure out what does it for you. And thirdly, you want to choose your particular entrepreneurial idea to bring into fruition, to have it attached in some way, hopefully in the center of your inner wow, the thing that really gets you enthusiastic, because you're going to need that. I'm thinking about in graduate school. So my graduate degrees, my PhD is in English literature, and I focus on literary theory, right? And American literature. So literature by Americans of different types of ethnic backgrounds, including white folk, obviously. And it's so difficult to get through a PhD program that you have to actually love it, because they put it on you. You have to love it. And plus my situation was just complicated, and I loved it. I went through all that, and dealt with all that, the stress, the intensity of it. It was ridiculous, actually, but you have to love it. And as an entrepreneur, as someone pursuing goals, you have to love what you're doing, because there's going to be a lot of challenges. And once you have a family, especially, it's complicated. Trying to deal with the time issue and be a good parent and engage, lover, homie, lover, friend, husband, wife. It's a lot to deal with. So as you decide what to bring to fruition, you have to really love it, which goes into point 3, because all those things help you to deal with the follow-through. And the follow-through piece is that ultimately you just have to do the work, I run in the mornings, and so often I live here in Venice Beach along the coast, so I get up in the morning and I meditate and pray and go to the beach, and then I run afterwards. I get to work on my books, and I run. And let me tell you, running on the sand is more than an ocean. So I do about like 5.5, 6 miles, with a mixture of sand and steps, right? Up, leave Venice, up past the Santa Monica Pier, up the Santa Monica steps. It's a lot to deal with. So often I'm so exhausted coming back, or even going on the way up, so I'm so exhausted. But I think, okay, I'm just gonna complete this task. But I'm gonna get to my endpoint, which I run back to my gym, Gold's Gym here in Venice. I'm gonna complete this task, and I'm just gonna keep moving. And sometimes that's what it's about as an entrepreneur, as a person trying to bring ideas to fruition. You just have to do the work. Boom, goes the dynamite. That's it for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. You can also look for me on my book tour. I'm everywhere now. I have a new book out called America, set 13 miles from Ferguson, as I mentioned before, about identical twin sons. That book is available everywhere. It's a novel on Third World Press, iconic Third World Press. So when I come to your town, holla at me, and we'll see you next time. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.